This one says take 2 with food, but then it says not with caffeine. How are you supposed to do that in the morning?
And this one says don't mix with iron, but half of these have iron in them.
Maybe we just need a multivitamin and be done with
don't
it.
Have enough
That's why we bought the D.
Same.
I feel like we're studying for an exam.
A very expensive exam.
Welcome back to another Nourish to Flourish segment with yours truly, Megan the Trainer, registered dietitian. And I am going to talk to you today about some things that will hopefully lighten your load, lighten the load on your shoulders, kind of quiet the background noise. So, for example, one client just feels overwhelmed by taking this supplement and then this supplement and then this supplement and then this supplement. Do I need to do all of these things? Because I'm getting kind of analysis paralysis and I don't really know if anything is working. So that's where I would say let's keep it to the basics. Let's keep it to kind of let's go back to our roots, so to say. So what are all of these supplements that you're taking? Now, why exactly are you taking all of them? Which ones are going to give you the most bang for your buck? So that would be place number one to begin, is kind of just do an inventory in a sense, kind of an audit, and see which ones again, are going to make a bigger difference, which ones make more sense, which ones are easier to take, because that kind of leads into number two. You know, of course, there's a gummy version for just about anything and everything, which adds to a layer of convenience. And of course, then there's people who say gummies aren't, you know, a great form to take some of these in. But at the same time, if that's the only way that you're going to take it in, then, well, maybe. I don't know. So that would be kind of point number two, is because with taking some of these things, with doing these habits and these routines, it really comes down to consistency. So it's not that you took magnesium one time, but it's that you have been consistently meeting your magnesium needs, and now maybe you're no longer magnesium deficient, and so then therefore you don't have those deficiency symptoms anymore.
Folks, your boy just met his daily magnesium needs. How you mineralize. Impressive and educational.
So consistency is going to be key. What is going to be a realistic level of consistency? And then finally, number three is, what is the intended outcome of it? And can you replicate it elsewhere? And does it actually make sense to do this one specific protocol, this one specific supplement, this one routine, whatever you want to call it? Because I think sometimes we get really overwhelmed in seeing, you know, the influencers and the new fads and the trends and the new marketing campaigns that maybe push on some of our pain points.
So this is my new must-have. It's a calming adaptogen blend, totally plant-based. But also, if you're looking for deeper sleep, you might want Ultra Calm. Actually, I use both unless I'm doing Boost Plus, which is amazing for energy, though you don't want it too close to bedtime, unless you pair it with the magnesium gummies, which will cancel it out.
Maybe there's nothing wrong with the strategy that you've been employing, and you just need to just stay consistent at doing it. And I think sometimes, again, it's overwhelming, and it leaves us feeling stuck and like, why bother? So, you know what? I'm just going to throw everything out the window and say screw it to everything. And of course, that is not helpful for our goals or for supporting our motivation. So again, my tip to you is, if you feel a sense of overwhelm, tip number one, go back to the beginning. What is the basics that you need? What are the basics that you need to hone in on? Let's do an audit. What are the things that are going to give you the most bang for your buck? Number two, what can you actually do consistently? What things are going to pay off in building up those habits? And number three, what is the outcome that you are truly chasing? Because does it matter if you trigger mTOR and muscle protein synthesis if you're not strength training consistently? Because your muscles aren't going to grow by themselves by just taking a whole bunch of supplements for it. You have to have that stimulus. So again, understanding some of the connectedness between all of that. If you need help navigating some of that, or if you want some accountability as you go on your path, let me know. I'm happy to help in whatever way I can. If you feel like you've kind of fallen off the path, you need to be put back on the straight and narrow, if you will, or, you know, just kind of brought back to reality, I'm glad to help with that too. So now that you know better, let's go ahead and do better so we can all be better.